All right, y'all. We got another one in the books. Got my guy here, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody on the channel, brother?
Black Kasper.
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Where you from, bro?
So I'm from Atlanta. Well, actually, I'm from Stone Mountain.
I got you.
It's Atlanta. Like
Basically.
from my high school reading, I could see the skyline of the city.
Yeah.
But I was actually born in London. Most people
really?
that know me know that.
Okay.
And my family Nigerian. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you end up in Atlanta from London?
So my parents actually lived in the States since like the 70s or so. Had my sister in Alabama, and they just went to buy property in London.
Okay.
They had family in London. So while I was there, they had me.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I was like, we tired of living over here. We want to move back, and we never lived in Atlanta, and that's where I grew up.
Mm. So have you ever been back to London?
Yeah, so I went back like when I was like 13 or 12 for like a month, but I haven't been back since. It's just too expensive, life, work, and
Yeah. What was that experience like going back to London? Going to check it out.
It was fun. Like I felt super nostalgic. Like I had a lot of flashbacks because I was only there for the first 5 years of my life, and seeing my cousins, people I talked to on the phone, it was really like almost kind of trippy.
Yeah.
But it was really cool just seeing a whole nother culture, a whole nother way of life, and that really made me want to. Cause I went back when I was like 12, 13 or so, about 12 I think. That really made me want to travel the world. Like
Gotcha.
These people that's in the same planet as us, they live in completely different. Like this was so long ago, but if you was a student, you rode the city bus or anywhere in the city for free. You only had 11 years of grade school, and when you got out, if you had good grades, they paid for you to go to college.
Okay.
Like not on scholarship, like the government will pay for you to go to college if you want to.
Huh.
And if you're 16 and you want to move out, they'll find you a job and pay for your housing. But they're also a little more strict. Like right now with COVID, you can't go nowhere, so you just kind of got to pick. How free do you want to be, and then how much risk do you want to put yourself at if you don't have no help from nobody.
Dang. So I bet was it like a huge culture shock when you came back, like when you went out there?
Yes and no. Like one thing I did find out is America's influence on society is heavy. Like people was gravitating towards me in the markets. Like we'll go out and get something, and simply if they hear that you're American, that's literally like a couple people right there be like, oh, you from America? Where you from in America, man? Where you from? Hey, he's American, man. Hey, mate, where you from? Like, it's you American. Like they even had TV station. I never forget. It was a TV station called Trouble TV. And on Trouble TV, I'll never forget. I was watching my wife and kids on Trouble TV the whole time. We was there because that's the only station you could get like American sitcoms.
Gotcha.
And they called it Trouble. I don't know why they called it Trouble. But, and like the whole thing is like from fashion, like, and it's kind of like now it kind of switched. Like European fashion is now like pushing heavy American culture now. But like then it was like so heavy in, the pop culture of the States was like, I noticed me and him talking about pop culture. And he ain't missing a beat, you know what I'm saying? My cousin and different people there, like...
Yeah, they knew all about it.
Yeah, they knew all about it. All the rappers, all the movies, all the, and they'll ask me something about something that's predominantly, European or something that's just really in London, someone that's super famous there, and we won't know nothing about it.
So. Won't have any idea what they talking
about. No idea. Unless it's like the Beatles.
Yeah, something crazy like that, yeah. So you're Nigerian as well, correct?
Yep.
So how you think that's influenced you coming up, going to other places and whatnot?
So I was raised in a Nigerian household. Like my parents spoke Yoruba to me. Like as a kid, even till now, I can understand when somebody speak Yoruba to me. So for people that don't know what Yoruba is, Google it. Get off Instagram for 1 second, on Facebook, and Google it and learn something else. But like they'll speak to me in Yoruba, right? And I remember going to parties and different functions, and people will be talking slick about like somebody else or my mom or me or whatever right there in front of me, but smiling at me, but speaking bad on me, speaking ill on me or whatever, right? But they didn't know because they hear me talking. They think, oh, well, he's never been to Nigeria. We know him. We never heard him speak Yoruba. And I never did the super traditional things. Like I didn't prostrate. You know what that is?
No, I'm not sure.
So that's like, in kingdoms you will bow, right? When you come see the king. So anytime you see someone that's your elder, when you meet them, if they're older than you, you would almost get down in like a plank position.
I got you.
So they tell you to get up. Yeah. So I never did that because my parents are like New American. Like I said, they not super traditional, but they traditional enough.
Yeah.
But they moved out of Nigeria for that reason in the 70s anyway. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So anyway, so they talking bad on me. So that from an early age, I used to always learn you can't really trust nobody.
Yeah. For
real, because these people acting like they cool. I was just a kid, but I'm like, man, they said what?
Yeah.
And then they would kind of see me like staring at them, and they're like, oh dang, maybe he really understands. So like I understand a little bit of Yoruba, but like coming up, I think it made me kind of, when people would tell me, I found this out after the fact, like my work ethic is like a little different.
Gotcha.
And like, not saying that every culture don't have good work, don't have a good work ethic, but I found out a lot of quote unquote third world countries, when you have a first generation kid, like it's almost like I was scared to fail. I was scared to disappoint. You know what I mean? It's almost like, it kind of sometimes seems like it's a negative connotation to it, but it's like tough love. You know what I'm saying? Like you are taught to do certain things and operate in a certain way, respect your elders. Like, you know, it's a very patriarchal society, but the women are also very important. Without, like, you can't have a good home without a good woman is one thing that I was taught early. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't chase things, and, you know, make sure that you work before you play. Yeah. And you eat once you're done working. If you don't work, then you don't deserve to eat nothing. You know, so that's kind of the super strict respect. Like, I ain't get to party and all that. Like, if I wanted to go to a party when I was like 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? We had to sneak out. Right? I had to sneak. Yeah. So, sure, that's all good.
So your parents wasn't playing that shit, huh?
Listen. Listen. I listen. Yeah, man. I'll leave it at that. You know, they did a great job. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, I got a decent living, and you know, I think I put myself in a position where, you know, as long as I keep my head on my shoulders, I can't let nobody make me do something stupid.
Yeah, you know? Facts. That's what's up.
We ain't taking no chances.
Yeah. So how long you been doing music?
So, you mean, just rapping?
Yeah, just in general.
So I feel like I've been rapping forever, really. But, like, really taking it serious to the point where I was like, man, I'm going to really start putting music out. I'd probably say 25. Okay. Really. Like, where I was like, you know, I'm going to really put music out. But I've been rapping and kicking flows and, like, wanting to be famous since I was, like, 17. Like, rapping on a porch with my homeboys, freestyling and all that, you know what I'm saying, kicking verses. But before that, you know, I've been in a marching band.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was in Redan marching band. Okay. Shout out Lorenzo Moore. So music, I tell everybody, if you got a kid and they don't know what they want to do extracurricular, put them in music. Yeah. Because just the development and taking your mind, you got to think about it. I had to learn to read music.
Yeah, facts. You
know what I'm saying? Then I've been in some sort of music since I was 5 years old. I've been playing the trumpet since I was in 5th grade. That's how I went to college. Was on a music scholarship. And I think the fact that it teaches you multitasking and how to practice. So there's no glory in practicing. You got to do that on your grind by yourself. Facts. And then you could perform and do well. But that's everybody going to see. They're just going to cheer for you when they see you up. But they don't know how many nights you stayed up. They don't know how much times you were sitting there trying to memorize that. They don't know the time you put in by yourself. And it kind of taught you that accountability on, hey, I need to be able to multitask. I need to be able to read this note, breathe, you know, do what all I need to do. Yeah. Remember to you know, to look at the conductor. It also taught you to follow instructions. You know what I'm saying? And like looking back on it, I didn't think of this when I was a kid, but looking back on it, I'm like, it taught me how to understand it's levels to this shit. Facts. Like, no matter how loud I wanted to play, and I ain't gonna lie, I was the worst one. They call this thing screaming, right? And I used to always scream and be way past where the director told me, hey, y'all need to be quiet. And I'd be like, man, I ain't doing that. F that. Nah. I want to play as much as I want. But looking back on it, nah, man, that was ignorant. Yeah. It's his band. I'm a player. You know what I'm saying? So even though what I think is good, what I think is work, it's ways to go about something you think is better. Because it's not saying that my idea wasn't good, but it's always a path, you know, a better path that you could take to do something. So I've been doing music, really, short answer, forever.
He said forever.
Forever. And I'm never going to stop.
So as far as production, you do production as well, correct?
Yeah. So I started making beats about 18. we're Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna say I'm Dr. Dre or nothing. Like like my first mixtape, The Flood, is 100% produced by me. I made all the beats. I mixed it down. I recorded it. Some recordings was done in a closet. Some recordings was done in our little makeshift studio before we got it right. And I dropped that, And then I started to find out, man, as I started getting my bread right, I started wanting to get specialists. I started wanting to get people to put together. Like, the quarterback can't throw the ball and catch the ball.
Facts.
So I said, you know what? I got to find somebody who specializes in beats. So I started looking and saying, let me find somebody who can make beats that's real hard. Because I was like, okay, I also got to promote this music.
Yeah. So
I can't spend all my time doing these things and have a day job, because I ain't about to be living on no couch being no broke artist. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about none of this, and my family ain't straight.
Facts.
So, I'm never going to stop hustling. So I said, let me figure out how to do it on my own. And I started charging people for studio time. I said, I got to monetize this somehow.
Yeah.
So I got into producing a little bit, but what it helped me do is now I mix and master my own tracks. So all I got to do is buy the beat. I mix it down, master it. I record myself.
Yeah.
My overhead is low, and I get stuff to sound exactly how I want. You know what I mean? It can sound exactly how I want. I bounce the ideas off of some homeboys I got, some people close to me, some people I know who do music.
Yeah.
And friends and family, and then I know what I'm going to put out first or what I'm not going to, refine, and and then I started using Logic. So, everybody on Logic, really. Yeah. So I started using Logic, and that's what I'm in. So, like, as far as a production standpoint, I'm really heavy on just, like, curating the beats now. I'll probably make a beat every now and then, but I really like producing my vocals. Like, that's my big thing, and mixing down my track,
You feel like being able to read music helped you at all?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So I never rapped with a melody in the past. Like, my favorite artist was Eminem. Eminem, right? But Eminem still got a song where he using melodies in. Actually, a lot of rapping to catch people in your cadence.
Yeah.
You'll end it melodically.
Yeah.
With the rhyme phrase, right? So, to being in band, being in music, and seeing how a composition works, because I used to listen to classical music, right? So, seeing how compositions work, it taught me basically how I can take two things that sound like they should clash, two dissonant notes, and I can put them together and do something to your ear that you don't even notice, but it's making you kind of do this to it. Like, damn, let me hear that again. Because it's kind of giving it a little bit of contrast. It's like adding spice to food. So being in band helped me really with the mixing, because now I can say, oh, that'll sound right there, or I need silence there, right? Because it's also beauty in the silence too. So definitely having that musical intellect helped me all the way from rhyming cadence to kind of the feel, all the way to, putting melodies in my bars now.
I feel you. So what you working on right now?
So right now I'm working on doing this interview with Chavez, Cloud9.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm playing. But I'm working on The Flood too. So the mixtape that's about to drop is The Battle for Mankind. It's been done. It's already done, but I put out The Flood 1 without any really promo schedule, right? Gotcha. So it's all about growth.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to wait till, COVID messed a lot of people up, including me. So I said, I'm going to wait till I get my bread right. And then once the bread right, I'm going to put it out and promo it hard. And this is part of that.
Yeah.
After that, then we're going to drop The Flood 2, which is going to be, probably about 15 tracks. But I'm dropping singles till then, because when you're an indie artist, you drop 10 beautiful songs, nobody cares. Anybody going to listen to them. So you got to drop a single and push the single.
Facts.
Hard, so.
Singles market.
Definitely.
Facts. Definitely independent route. That's definitely how you got to go.
Correct.
So as far as promo and marketing, how did you learn those aspects of the music industry?
So I've been in the car business for 8 years. And when I was in college, I was studying marketing. And one thing I took from it, because I don't remember nothing really. But one thing I did take from it is anybody can be a manager somewhere if they've been there long enough. They ain't really got to be smart.
Yeah.
Experience is valued more than education now.
Yeah.
And no matter who you are, no matter how great you are, you're going to need your product marketed.
Facts.
So right now with the internet, a lot of things I'm learning right now is, like, for example, with DONDA, this DONDA drop. This is marketing excellence in its finest.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody build such anticipation for this, because all he's doing is creating a sense of urgency in you. So when everybody find out that it's out, most people are going to stop what they're doing right then, wherever they are, and go stream it. Because how long have they been anticipating it to come out? Yeah. That's marketing. That's why people always put out when something is going to come out. Because they want you to be aware of it and build the anticipation, right? Build it, and then figure out what demographic you're going to market to, your timing on it, what time of the year is best. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And I'm no marketing genius. Mm-hmm. So what I found out is, just like how I can't put a roof on my house, I'm going to hire somebody. Well, I'm no marketing genius. I'm going to hire somebody to market. So I've been looking into different people that I'm going to use to market my music. And we just going to do the work, enjoy the process, because really, the person you become in the journey is probably more important than the destination. So
facts. Definitely.
I'll be dropping bars all the time.
I definitely agree with that, though.
Gems.
Yeah, that's true. Gems. Diamonds, polished stuff.
Right?
That's what's up, man. All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate you for coming through, brother.
I'm not God. Coming soon.
I feel you. You got anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. So to everybody, because I know a lot of people be on IG, especially indie artists, pushing it, whether you 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, whatever you're doing in life. Don't ever stop being authentic.
Yeah.
Don't ever stop being genuine. Like, be who you really are. Like, that's more important. That's more valuable than anything. And remember, time ain't money. Time is value more than money. Right? You can't buy yesterday. Yeah. So everything you do, don't sit there and chase something to be a gimmick just so you can try to be infamous or try to go viral to be popping. If you want to go viral because you raw, because you got talent. Don't go viral because you a clown, because you a joke. You know, I think that's more detrimental, because how many millions of people do that and then assassinate their character, and now that's published in society forever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Facts. So if I tell anybody, man, not to sound cliche-ish, but be yourself.
Yeah, facts. Well, all right, brother. I appreciate you coming through, man.
And I appreciate you for having me, man. We on cloud 9, baby.
All right.